It's wild to be 33, you know. At this point in my life, I have the most awareness of myself that I've ever had before, right? And I can look back at when I was 23. Maybe I had some sort of level of awareness of myself back then. I was a drastically different person back then, thinking different ways, making different decisions. And it's just so fascinating to me how much I've changed, how much a person can change, you know? And I'm grateful for this level of awareness that I'm at now, being 33, because literally, as I make this video, I am the most aware of myself that I've ever been in my entire life. And it's wild how that works. It's wild how the evolution of a person unfolds. It's wild how decisions that you make can lead you to greater levels of conscious awareness. One of the things that I value the most, just about being a human in general, just about being a person, is self-awareness. I was thinking the other night about something that was very fascinating, and I made a TikTok video about it, but I didn't make a YouTube video about it. And that was, I had just gotten home from work, and I realized that my room was a mess. And, I looked around and I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, if I didn't work so much, I'd have time to take care of this. If I didn't have, if this wasn't happening or that wasn't happening, I'd have time to take care of all these necessary things, right? And I just started to dig deeper and deeper. It started off with, well, if I just had more time, this, that, and the other, if this, if that, if this, if that, if this, if that. And I kept going until I arrived to an interesting insight, right? And that was that my room is a mess because I choose for it to be a mess. Not only that, but it's also familiar. We do things from a place of choice, and we also do things from a place of familiarity, right? And the reason why I bring up, a decade ago when I was 23, right, is because, again, at 23, I had a decent level of self-awareness. I did. Much less than I do now. Back then, I wasn't really thinking that if my room is a mess, it's because I'm choosing for it to be a mess. I understand that for a lot of people, they might look at it and they might be like, well, no, you just don't have time. You have all this stuff going on, this, that, and the other. I don't buy it anymore. If I have a minute to mindlessly scroll on social media while I'm in an elevator, I have a minute to scramble, if need be speedy, if need be speedy, I like that, basically, if need be rather quickly, right? I can clean up things, organize things a little bit, right? And that's what I find so fascinating about this, is that I value self-awareness. I am grateful for the amount of personal growth and evolution that I've been through in my life. I'm really happy with where I am right now in my life. One of the most important things that I've been realizing lately is that every single thing that I do in life is choice. It doesn't matter how awake or tired I am. Every single thing, down to the very fine, small detail, is choice. If I choose to let my room remain just a disaster, a mess, right? That's a choice. It's not about how long it takes to clean something. It's not about how long. It's less about duration and more about belief, right? If I don't believe that I have the choice to do something, I'm going to live a very specific and, with that, limited way. I'm very fascinated by this insight and how it's allowed me to see things in a much clearer way, right? Because it's like, well, previously I looked at it and I just threw a bunch of noisy excuses over top of it. I work a lot, I don't have time, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 right? It's bullshit. And then after a while, bullshit starts to get really fucking expensive, right? Might as well just see it for what the fuck it is. Because I can choose to see it however I want to, but it will always be that choice is choice, and how aware of that I choose to be will entirely affect and influence my life. If I choose to believe that I just work too much and I don't have time to clean, then that will affect and influence my life in a very specific way, right? I've noticed that the energy dynamic of this video is rather soft. I am a dynamic dude. But with that, this insight, this realization of, yeah, it's not that I work too much. It's not that I this or that. It's awareness. Awareness of thought, awareness of belief, awareness of feeling, awareness of action, personality. If I allow myself to believe through my personality that I just don't have the time for it, I'm going to continue living that way and choosing accordingly. I'll pass. Because it doesn't take long to do a lot of things in life, right? And if I have time to mindlessly scroll on social media because it's comfortable and familiar, I also have time to clean my fucking room. And with that, it's like, yeah, every single thing is choice. It is choice to believe that I just work a lot and I don't have time. It's choice to look at that same fucking thing and be like, no. We both know that that's bullshit, right? The unmasking. What is underneath? Oh, a lot of bullshit. Bullshit. Belief systems. BS. That very thing that's creating your fucking experience and reality. Yeah. I'm looking a lot more closely at myself now. And I'm doing things differently. Just to end off, I remember, for anybody that's watched The Twilight Zone, the original, by Rod Serling, there was a video, an interview that he did, where he was talking about the Twilight Zone, and he was saying, I take ordinary life situations, and I dilute them a little bit. Obviously, being funny and sarcastic, but yeah, we like to do things differently out here. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was British or Australian, but anyway. Awareness, peeps, that's what it's all about. Awareness, 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 awareness. Are you in the slumber of the mind? The slumber, are you in there? Are you lost in the chaos? Are you consumed by the noise? Are you lost in the race? Have you lost yourself? Where are you? Where? What are you? What are you choosing? Why are you choosing it?